Okay, so the goal here is to not cry, but I have not been doing well with that, so. First, I have to start with thank you to Eric's parents, Jim and Gilda, and to Mom and Dad, Alan and Susan, for everything they've done to help put this wedding together. And of course, to the new Mr. and Mrs. McFeet for inviting us all here today to celebrate. And I think we all need to commend their bravery for hosting an open bar with this crew. Safe to say they'll both be right after tonight. So I first met Mary back in 1984 at this little place some of you may have heard of. It's called Club Campo. I had already met the acquaintance of this crazy cat named Pete. And when Mary came along, I was really happy to have a little backup. Love you, bro. Growing up with Mary was fun stuff. We used to make her do all sorts of things. It was either me forcing her to play school or dress up, or Pete making her his pet project on the lake when he wanted her to be the youngest up on one ski. I think they spent all day out there, and he would not let her come back to the dock until she did it. And she did it! Or Mom and Dad accidentally locking her out of the house when she was 6. I like to think we've all had an influential role in molding the woman she's become today. Pete and I have always known Mary was the favorite because one day it hit us. She's a perfect combination of the both of us. She's got Pete's laid-back, personable demeanor, and she's got just enough of my OCD to fly under the radar as organized and responsible instead of insane. She is determined, smart, funny, outgoing, and beautiful. And she's a realist, as we all saw when we noticed the briefcase on her registry. That was her, not Eric. I said, "You're putting a briefcase on your registry?" She said, "What? I need one." She is one of those people you just want to be around. As my husband once said, very simply and obviously, Mary is one of the best people I know, period. Aww. I remember Mary first telling me about Eric in the early stages of their relationship when they used to casually meet up here or there. And if any of you know Mary, it's never a big deal until, it's all very casual, not a big deal, whatever. But then she says, I'm bringing him up to Vermont. I said, okay, then I was like, I gotta tune in now. I said, that's great. I said, when are you bringing him? What's the plan? She says, I'm bringing him to the 4th of July party at camp. For those of you who know my family, I wouldn't exactly call that the best place for a meet and greet. We're loud, overbearing, loud, inappropriate, and loud. Especially when we're all together, and especially when it's the 4th of July. You got the crazy uncle, love you, Rob. She was basically throwing this kid down a black diamond without so much as offering him a warm-up on the Palma. I was like, I don't know. I said, he's either gonna run for the hills and never call you back, or he's gonna absolutely love us and marry you. So luckily for all of us, it was the latter, because we all fell in love with Eric instantly, and he fit perfectly into our crazy family, which I don't know if that speaks very highly of you, but anyway. What I love most about Mary and Eric as a couple is that they're real with each other. They have a true friendship at the base of their relationship. They are considerate with one another, they treat each other with respect, and they have fun. Eric and I have shared some nice heart-to-hearts over the past couple of years. One time we were both lamenting about what it's like to play Mary in the game of chess. I confided in him that I can't stand playing her because she's so antsy and quick, and she gets on you if you're not doing it fast enough. Like, what are you taking so long? You're taking so long, make your move. And it's stressful. And Eric said, nah, that's not what bugged him. I said, oh, is it because she always wins? Because it should be noted, she is a very good chess player. He said, no, he didn't even mind that. I said, well, what is it? He said, every time she captures one of my pieces, she makes a noise like she's eating them. I said, what? He goes, yeah, she just goes, nom, nom, nom. Yes, so I don't have too much marriage advice to offer since I'm only 5 years in myself. But I did encounter a passage in a book I read recently that I found simple yet fitting. The author was recalling some childhood advice she received from a friend when she was learning to ride a bike for the first time. And she was remarking how appropriate it was when you apply it to relationships. And she said her friend told her, when you feel like you're falling, steer into the fall. Lean into it instead of away, and you'll be all right. And I think that's right. And if problems should arise, don't steer away from them. Lean on each other. Don't turn away as you navigate through, and you'll be all right. Don't make me cry. I'm almost done. So please join me in raising your glass to bless and congratulate my incredible sister, best friend, and her wonderful new husband. Cheers.
All right, one more time for Kara. That was beautiful. That was fantastic. All right, now to our best man, Todd Johnson.